When I say the word meditation, what's the first thing that pops into your head? For a lot of us, it's something ancient, slow, maybe even a little out of reach. But what if I told you meditation isn't about slowing down at all? What if it's just a simple, natural knack and it's actually perfectly designed for our crazy, fast-paced modern lives?
This quote just nails it, doesn't it? We're living in the jet age. We can't afford to wait years and years for some far-off enlightenment. We need methods that get results now. And the great news is, those methods exist. This inner art is more accessible than it has ever been. You can literally practice today and start feeling the benefits today.
Okay, let's just bust a major myth right here and now. There's this idea floating around that to be meditative, you've got to be super serious, maybe even a bit of a downer. You know, that it's just for people who've kind of forgotten how to smile. But is that really what it's all about? Yeah, you're gonna have to think again. The reality is the absolute opposite. True meditation is a celebration. It's playful, it's festive, it's basically a fountain of joy. It's all about getting back in touch with that part of you that just wants to dance and laugh for absolutely no reason at all. So what's the real problem we're trying to solve here? Well, it pretty much boils down to this. For most of us, our minds are in the driver's seat, when they should really just be the passenger. We go through life wearing a whole series of masks, a fake identity that, honestly, we're often not even aware we have on. And get this, the origin of the word personality is so revealing. It comes from the root word persona, which literally means a mask. Society, our parents, our schools, they hand us these masks, these ideas of who we're supposed to be. And most of us just wear them our entire lives without questioning it. This chart lays it out perfectly. On one side, you've got personality. That's the mask we polish, the outer layer that society helps us build. But on the other side, there's individuality. That's the real you, your authentic nature, your inner core. So the goal isn't to build a better personality, it's to uncover the amazing individuality that's been there the whole time.
Wow. This quote from the wife of a high court judge, it's just a gut punch, isn't it? It's such a powerful reminder of how stuck we can get in our roles. When we identify so completely with our persona, we forget how to take the mask off, even with the people we love most. The job title becomes the person, and the real human being just disappears.
And the results of all of us living through these false selves, it's a deep, nagging feeling of being unfulfilled. We feel out of place, almost like we're living someone else's life. The person who was born to be a painter becomes a doctor, and the natural-born doctor ends up as a painter. Society just becomes this collection of people who aren't where they're meant to be, totally disconnected from their own gut feeling. So, how do we reconnect? How do we find our way back to our true selves? Well, the solution is beautifully simple. It's not about doing more, it's about a fundamental shift in perspective. It's about moving from a state of constant doing to a state of simple watching. And in that process, rediscovering the deep peace that has always been inside you. I love this metaphor. Just picture a cyclone, total chaos, wind, destruction swirling all around the edges. But what's at the very core? The eye of the storm, and it's a place of absolute stillness, absolute silence. That exact same silent center exists inside every single one of us, and it's completely untouched by the chaos of our daily lives, our racing thoughts, or anything happening in the world outside. And let's redefine what we mean by silence. We usually think of it as a void, right? Just the absence of noise. But true inner silence is totally different. It's a positive, vibrant, overflowing reality. It's humming with a kind of music and a fragrance that our outer senses just can't pick up. It's a whole other dimension of being that's already in us, just waiting for us to notice. So how do we find this inner silence? Through the simple art of witnessing. Think about it like this. When you walk into a dark room and turn on a light, do you have to fight the darkness? Do you have to push it out? Of course not. The darkness just vanishes. It's the exact same thing with our minds. The moment you bring your witnessing awareness to your thoughts, the mental chatter just dissolves. You don't have to fight it, you just have to watch it. There's this great story about a palace watchman who spent his whole life just watching the palace gates. And when someone introduced him to meditation, he had this huge aha moment. He realized, wait a minute, I already know how to watch. And the truth is, so do we. We are all experts at watching the world around us. Meditation is simply turning that skill around, a 180-degree turn from looking out to looking in. Okay, so we've dug into the why, which is super important. Now let's get to the how.
Here are a few really simple, practical things you can start doing right now to begin tapping into this inner awareness.
All right, let's actually try something together. Right now, I want you to tense up every single muscle in your face, your jaw, your forehead, scrunch up your eyes as tight as you possibly can. Bring it to its absolute peak, hold it, and then just suddenly let it all go. Feel that? It's amazing, right? Your face holds something like 90% of your body's tension. By just releasing that, you can feel this immediate wave of relaxation flow through your whole body. Next, let me tell you the story of a Sufi mystic named Abdullah. He was famous for one thing. He was happy his entire life. I mean, even when he was on his deathbed, he was laughing joyfully and everyone around him was just baffled. His secret was a simple choice that he made every single morning.
This was it. This was his secret. Every morning, before he even opened his eyes, he would ask himself, Abdullah, what's your choice for today? Misery or blissfulness? And, as he said, he always chose blissfulness. It's such a powerful reminder that our state of being is a choice. And when you see it that clearly, I mean, who in their right mind would ever consciously choose misery?
And finally, please, embrace your natural spontaneity. Put on your favorite music and just dance like nobody's watching. Laugh from your gut. Allow yourself to actually feel your emotions, even if that means having a good cry. We've been so conditioned to bottle all this stuff up, but these things, they're the qualities of a meditative life. They're not distractions, they are signs of a life that's being lived with passion. So let go of the need to be so serious all the time, and just let yourself be playful.
So, what's the payoff here? What happens when you actually start weaving this simple art of watching into your day-to-day life? Well, the results are, well, they're nothing short of life-changing.
First, you tap into what's called uncaused joy. That's a happiness that doesn't depend on what's happening outside of you. It's a deep sense of well-being that's just there. Second, you unlock your real intelligence, the ability to respond to life with clarity and creativity instead of just reacting based on old habits. And finally, your whole experience of life just becomes so much richer, so much more vibrant. Your senses wake up and you start to feel this incredible connection to everything, the trees, the birds, all of it. And here is the biggest realization of all. Life is not some endless self-improvement project. You are not a becoming, you are a being. You are already, right here in this moment, everything you could ever hope to be. You are whole, you are complete, you are perfect. The only job left is to recognize that truth. So I'll leave you with this one last thought. We spend so much of our lives facing away from the mirror, asking the world, asking other people to tell us who we are. But the only mirror that can ever show you your true self is your own being. There's no complicated technique needed, just a simple 180-degree turn inward. So the question is, are you ready to turn around and look?